What is going on YouTube? Joe here with Culination Media, and welcome back for part number 2 of our live Pokemon Showdown Uber session. Last time, unfortunately, we didn't get to see Golduck do as much as I wanted it to. Maybe that'll change this time. We did start off with a victory, so that was nice. So we'll see what we can do today with this team. Just a friendly reminder, of course, as we're getting started, if you guys haven't done so already and you would like to show your support, feel free to do so by clicking that thumbs up button. That always helps when you guys do that. Likes do mean a lot to me, and if you want to have if you want to leave a suggestion for Pokemon you would like to see or tier you want to see in the next session, feel free to put that down in the comment section below. I'll be going through all of the comments once this session is over and seeing what I can pick out of there that seems interesting. Now this team that we're going up against is kind of scary. He's got the Mega Lucario, he's got the Arceus. I don't know what type that's going to be yet, because I'm pretty sure they all just show up as normal in team preview. So he's going to start off with Yveltal. This could be a Taunter, but I kind of want to set up Stealth Rocks anyway, because he has Ho-Oh, and Ho-Oh's going to be a problem. And he does just go straight for the Taunt, which kind of stinks, but I do have the type advantage on you, so I can Moonblast you. Hopefully he doesn't switch into Ho-Oh here, otherwise I'm going to have to switch. I noticed that a lot of these teams, the higher up you get on the ladder, they just have Primal Groudon and Primal Kyogre, and then a Mega. That's like half the team right there, and then they usually have an Arceus too, so it's like the rest of the team, which is only 2 Pokemon, is what is, you know, any type of variety. That sentence made no sense. Anyway, we're gonna switch in Seabird here on that Brave Bird, and we're physically defensive, so that doesn't do much. Hard to tell if that's gonna be Banded or Choice Scarfed or anything. Regardless, I'm going to fire off a T-Wave as he goes for the Toxic, and he misses, which is kind of significant because I don't have a Cleric. I mean, he doesn't know that, because Clefable does carry Heal Bell or Aromatherapy quite often, and he opts to just go for the Sacred Fire, so he's obviously not choiced, and we knew that as soon as he went for the Toxic, obviously. But he can't stop me from setting up Stealth Rocks here, so I'm going to go for it. He just goes for the Sacred Fire again. He doesn't get the burn. It's like a 50% chance, so for him to go for it 2 turns in a row and not get the burn there really stinks. Unfortunately, I mean, I can get up a Wish because he is paralyzed, but he's going to kill me here. Oh, just kidding, he's not, because he's going to get fully powered. That really stinks, and I'm going to be that guy and go for Protect and take full advantage of that, which is a bit unfortunate. Yeah, my opponent's luck is just not the best right now. The Hex Gods are with us. As I did go for the Protect, he predicted that and switched in Lucario. And I don't know what you're going to want to do. The question is to find out, you know, whether or not you're going to be special or physical. They're so unpredictable. They could be Nasty Plot, they could be SD. They could just be an all-out attacker, or they could be mixed. And it looks like he's physical because he went for Iron Tail, which did not do very much. Wow, Iron Tail from a Mega Lucario with adaptability only does 35%. We didn't even have multi-scale. Let's see. Kind of want a T-Wave, but he's probably going to switch in Ho-Oh. Yeah, he does switch in Ho-Oh, which takes 49% due to the rocks, but he does have Regenerator, so he's going to get some of that back. And he's got lefties, too. Oh, I didn't notice that before. I did not notice that before. Should I have noticed that before? I don't know if I even did damage to him. Maybe I'm just derping all over the place here. Fully paralyzed again as we go for the Whirlwind, and that brings in Yveltal. That really stinks. I feel kind of bad. My opponent is just not getting the hacks rolls here. Fully powered twice, went for Sacred Fire twice, didn't get a burn. It just is unfortunate, and he missed a Toxic too. So he's going to switch Ho-Oh back in, and we have Luna in here. We can throw up a Wish. I mean, I'm not going to Moonblast you. That really doesn't make any sense, since Moonblast does nothing to Ho-Oh. So I'll throw up the Wish. He's fully powered again! Are you kidding me right now? Thank you, Roman, but I didn't ask for all of this help. This is completely unnecessary. This is completely unnecessary. I mean, it hasn't been, like, game-breaking, but it's really been impeding my opponent's ability to be able to get any kind of momentum going, which is really unfortunate, because I don't like to win just based on hacks. But also, I guess apologizing for it doesn't really do me a whole lot of good either, so I guess I can stop doing that. Let's see, let's just focus on the task at hand here. I really want to switch Zekrom in, but if he goes for Sacred Fire, that's when I would get burned. The hacks will turn on me in a second. So I go into Golduck here as he goes into Lucario. Focus Blast is an Oko, pretty sure. But he does outspeed. And I don't know if we can take a close combat, but we can try. Because I really don't need Golduck for anything else other than that Groudon. And I have other checks to it. No, he just goes with a close combat, and that Oko's us. So that kind of stinks. Kind of stinks to see Golduck go down so early without doing anything again. We're going to get him to do something on screen eventually. My God, off screen, he was just killing Groudons left and right, and it was amazing. And Arceus, too. For some reason, Arceus loves to switch it on Golduck, and Focus Blast usually 2-hit KOs it. Okay, so we need to find something that can answer this Lucario, so I'm going to go in with our Kyurem White here, as we outspeed thanks to our Choice Scarf. He might want to switch. I mean, he has to know that he naturally outspeeds, but the way I'm switching it in here would indicate that I am Scarfed. And with the drop in special defense, even without that, I think Earth Power still Okos. And he goes into Kyogre, predicting a Fire-type move, possibly. He may have been predicting a Fusion Flare there. And Earth Power really did not do much at all. Wow. 28%? That's it? We may have to sacrifice Clefable here. This is not looking good, despite all of the hacks going in our favor. This is not looking so hot. He goes with the Ice Beam, gets a crit. Kind of deserved that. So yeah, not going to complain about that. Origin Pulse just Okos from there. So I will Moonblast. And he does go for the Origin Pulse. I was kind of thinking he might miss that, just with the way his luck has been going, other than that crit, but it's not the case. Now, unless he is running max speed on this thing, we do outspeed with Zekrom here, and I don't think he's going to want to risk it anyway. He's probably going to go out into Groudon, which does get 2-hit KO'd by Outrage. We could also Volt Switch if I think he's going to go into something else, but he doesn't really have any other switch-ins. Everything else just dies, basically. So he does go out into Groudon, and this is going to get promptly 2-hit KO'd by Outrage. He doesn't have any Fairy types, and even if he wants to switch in Lucario, it's going to take a buttload of damage from an Outrage. So we'll see what he wants to sacrifice here, essentially. Ho-Oh, I don't think can switch in. Kyogre will not switch in. He's just going to let Groudon go down, so we kind of needed that to happen because we let our Golduck go down so early. Banded Zekrom is power. Just kills everything in its path. And most of the time, opponents will not have much to switch in, because if they predict wrong and they switch in something like Xerneas on a Bolt Strike, a lot of times it just Okos. So, pretty good stuff. So we are confused. We only got the 2-turn Outrage, which is fine, because I'm probably going to want to switch out here anyway, as he does go into the Lucario, which stinks. Actually, it's not that bad, because we can go into Lugia, because we saw how much Iron Tail did, and it has bad accuracy. He's bound to miss eventually. I don't know what else he would have to hit me with. Maybe Crunch, but they don't typically carry that. He goes for the close combat, does a whopping 11%, and he gets his defenses dropped. Now, I think the Ho-Oh is going to come in again, so I don't know if I necessarily want to fire off a T-Wave. We could Aeroblast, or we could just Whirlwind, predicting the Ho-Oh. I don't know what else he would want to switch in, though. I feel like Whirlwind might be the best play, but you know what? I'm just going to Aeroblast. He does go into the Ho. Man, the mind games there. I mean, that, with the lefties, it's not going to be a KO. I can't do a whole lot to you. I don't want to waste PP on Aeroblast. He really did not want to get that Lucario T-Wave, though. He was willing to switch in Ho-Oh and potentially have it die if I Whirlwinded. Let's see. I can't really do anything. I have to Whirlwind here. And he does have the Recover. So he'll be back up to full HP, essentially, and then back down to 50% via the Stealth Rock, so that was a meaningless exchange. Yveltal comes out, takes another 25% due to the rocks. Another Pokemon with lefties. A lot of lefties on this team. Let's see. Unfortunately, I don't have Clefable, which would normally be a decent switch in. I could just T-Wave you, but I don't really want to have to take a Dark Pulse. I don't know how many of those I can take, especially because our multi-scale is not activated right now. So I will go into this, as he does go for the taunt. He did not want me to T-Wave him. Or Whirlwind, which is fair enough. Pretty good play. And now... I mean, I guess we have to Draco. Pretty sure even Lucario is a 2-hit KO with Draco. Not that I would stay in, because Bullet Punch could be a thing. But, yeah, we'll just Draco. I don't think anything really wants to switch in on that. We still don't know what type that Arceus is, though. I don't think it shows up on the preview up there. So we'll have to wait. Yeah, he's probably going to want to switch here, I would think. Maybe the Kyogre's going to come in? I mean, he doesn't know that I'm Scarf. He could be kind of anticipating that it's Scarf because of the way I've been playing it. And I keep bringing it in on things that you normally wouldn't bring it in on. But we'll have to see here. We will have to see. I mean, I brought it in on a Mega Lucario, so he probably knows. It's not like I concealed it that well. I wasn't really trying to bluff it or anything or make him guess. I really didn't have any other option because Mega Lucario is a problem. So he goes for the Sucker Punch, gets a crit, and we drop a Draco, and he survives with 1%. Gets back up to 8 after the lefties. And another Draco will take him out. But, I mean, he's not going to switch because he'll just die upon re-entry unless he really wants some death fodder. So what is he going to go for? Does he have Roost? I don't think he's shown off the Roost yet, but he does have Taunt. Taunt, Sucker. I mean, it would make sense for him to have Roost. I don't know if I want to give him that opportunity, but I kind of want to get a Justified boost. And he does go for the foul play as we switch in Lucario, so we get to +1, and we're going to be able to get off our Mega here. He's not going to Sucker because he doesn't want to give us another boost, so we can just safely go for a Bullet Punch, which actually would out-prioritize him anyway. And down goes the Yveltal. Sadly, that still did a lot of damage, to like 47%. I mean, I guess I'm kind of lucky that he didn't Roost there, but I just had a feeling, you know? Yeah, sometimes you just get a feeling. So out comes Arceus. It is the normal variant. And I don't know what this thing is going to want to do other than possibly EQ. So we can just Bullet Punch and see how much that does. We don't really need Lucario for anything. And he is going to EQ, and we're dead. That really did not do that much damage, 33%. Figured it would do more than that at +1, but it's okay. I was just going to let Lucario go down anyway, since there's not really much that we could do with it. I mean, Lucario doesn't really check anything that's left on his team anyway. His Ho-Oh, yeah, not so much. And Kyogre, not so much. So letting him go down and getting a safe switch seems a bit more advantageous here. So I think I'm going to Whirlwind, because he's probably going to go into Ho-Oh. No, he goes for the Swords Dance. Okay, that's fine. He probably has Lumberry then. He didn't show anything else, right? He didn't show lefties. He's probably Lumberry. He was probably predicting a T-Wave. Anyway, he's going to switch into Kyogre here as we fire off a T-Wave this turn. And now Kyogre is paralyzed, so for sure Zekrom is going to outspeed it, even if he's running max speed, which is great, because Zekrom also beats everything on his team, basically. In a one-on-one scenario, Zekrom is going to kill everything, because even if that Arceus has EQ, if he doesn't have a Swords Dance up, it's not an OHKO. So Bolt Strike just kills everything, which is good. We're going to have to rely on that. I have a feeling that this battle's going to come down to the end, though. So, I mean, it's kind of a long battle already. This video is going on 15 minutes, and we're still going strong. So let's see. I don't know if I want to switch in Kyurem here. I might. I guess we have to. So I'm going to go for it as he goes for the Argent Pulse, and down goes the Kyurem, which is fine, because that allows me to get a safe switch into Zekrom. I was weighing the options there. We just get KO'd by an Iron Tail or a Bullet Punch from Lucario there, and I just really couldn't do a whole lot. It's not like I was going to be KOing Kyogre with Kyurem. So, yeah. I figured that getting a safe switch into Zekrom here is a better choice. So anything he switches in here dies, pretty sure, to a Bolt Strike. And he's probably just going to sacrifice his Kyogre here. Just let it go down and get a safe switch into something else. And Zeke here might just steamroll the rest of his team, to be completely honest. I don't know. Lucario is the only thing that really worries me. So the Kyogre goes down as he leaves it in. And we will see what he wants to go into here. It's not going to be Ho-Oh because Ho-Oh is paralyzed and it dies in one hit to a Bolt Strike. So it's between Arceus and the Mega Lucario. I'm not sure which one he's going to want to go into here. He opts for the Arceus, which I think still gets KO'd by a Bolt Strike, but Arceus does outspeed us. Unless he's just not running speed investment for some reason and it's just a bulkier Swords Dance variant, which is possible, but they usually run like lefties, I would think. Maybe? I don't know. I mean, I guess not, because he's probably running Lumberry, as I already speculated. So, let's see. What do I want to do? Do I want to stay in Bolt Strike? Do I want to switch in Lucario? I'm just going to Bolt Strike. I want to kill this thing. And he does go for the EQ, that only does 53%, and we miss the Bolt Strike. Oh, now we have to switch. That, oh my gosh, that clutch miss. 85% accuracy. I needed that to hit. That would have been a dead Arceus right on the spot. And then he would have had to go into Lucario, and I could have switched in Lugia and Whirlwinded and, you know, or went for the T-Wave and forced the Ho-Oh in on the rocks. And Lucario doesn't have any recovery, so even though he's only taken like 6% each time he switches in, that adds up. And he does go for the EQ again, as I switch in Lugia for free with our multi-scale intact. And now the question is, what do I want to do? I mean, I don't know that you're going to switch in Ho-Oh again. Oh, just kidding, you are. So I T-Waved for nothing. Okay, and now you'd have to know that I'm going to Whirlwind, so you're going to recover, I assume. Otherwise, you're going to be down to like 20-something% when you come back in, factoring in the Regenerator and Stealth Rock damage. So I don't think this Ho can do much else other than Toxic. Sadly, I don't have Lucario to switch in on that, but, I mean, it wouldn't be worth the risk anyway, because Sacred Fire just kills. Kinda tempted to switch this in, just predicting a Roost. And then, at that point, something dies. So, I'm going to switch in Zekrom here. And he goes for the Toxic, which is just, that's fine, you know, just as well as a switch here, basically. Or not a switch, a recover. And now we can Bolt Strike, and something dies, provided that we hit. And I don't know if he's going to want to sacrifice this thing. I think he might want to save the Toxic. So, oh, no, never mind. He just lets Ho-Oh go down, which means we're free to T-Wave whatever we want. Zekrom taking out another powerful threat. Out comes the Arceus, which we know outspeeds us, and I think now we just need to let Zekrom go down because we don't outspeed either of the two remaining Pokemon. And now that Ho-Oh is gone too, Lugia should be able to take care of these final two Pokemon. Because even though this Arceus has Swords Dance, we can paralyze it and phase it. So that doesn't worry me too much, and we already saw that Lucario probably doesn't have anything for us. I mean, we saw the Iron Tail, but if he was going for Iron Tail, I don't think he has Crunch. So he probably has Iron Tail, Bullet Punch, Close Combat, and something else, maybe Swords Dance. But I don't think he's going to start setting up when I can paralyze and phase and all that stuff. So we'll have to see. We will have to see what he's going to go for here. This is going to come down to the very end. It's going to come down to the very, very end. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, this thing has recovery, doesn't it? Has recover. I mean, now that it's paralyzed, that's great, and he's not Lumberry, so I don't know what his item is. Silk Scarf, maybe? For extreme speed? I really don't know. We can Aeroblast, as he does go for the extreme speed. That's, yeah. Okay, so now he's not recovering. I mean, that's perfectly fine by me. And we can either Aeroblast, we can Roost to try to get back up to our multi-scale, and he's paralyzed and unable to move, which is perfect. He went for the extreme speed again, but he's just going to extreme speed and break it anyway, so I might as well just go for a Whirlwind here. Does he either doesn't have the recover, or he's just not going for it. We'll Whirlwind out, and back comes the Lucario. The reason I wanted the Whirlwind out here is in case this thing has any type of setup move, I want to be able to phase it. I'll go for it, I guess a T-Wave? I mean, a good play here for him would be to just switch in Arceus and let it die. No, he goes for the Iron Tail, so we get the T-Wave off, which is great. So his only thing that he has to hit me with is Iron Tail, and it has bad accuracy, and it doesn't do that much anyway. So now I'll Whirlwind again. Arceus comes in, it's dead, so we don't have to worry about the extreme speed for later on, because he's not going for Swords Dance, so he, I guess, doesn't have it. And Aeroblast should be a 3-hit KO. Oh, just kidding. We missed the Aeroblast as he goes for the Iron Tail, and he gets the defense drop. Are you kidding me? Oh, the Aeroblast has 95% accuracy. That better not lose me the match. I mean, I guess I can't really complain, but still. I mean, it's kind of funny, but still. Let's Roost again, get back up to our multi-scale as he's paralyzed and unable to move again. Yeah, I really can't complain. He's been fully powered a lot throughout this match. We'll go for the Aeroblast. That does 52%, and he gets another defense drop. What is the chance on that? Is it 30%? I feel like it's been a lot more than that. But another Aeroblast should finish it off. Just kidding, we missed again. Uh-oh. And he's paralyzed and unable to move again. What is going on? What is even happening right now? Thankfully, we barely escape with another Aeroblast connecting. I can't even believe that we missed 2 Aeroblasts out of 3. That's ridiculous. Or out of 4, whatever. And I can't believe that he was fully paralyzed as many times as he was. That was outrageous. That was completely outrageous. So that was a wacky match, but we get the victory. It took just about 50 turns. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure you're leaving a like, rating, or comment, or whatever you would like to do, of course, and I will see you all next time. And until then, game on.